Time now for sports on 104.7 The Cave. Here's Ned Reynolds.
Ned Reynolds, Mike the intern, back in the studio on a Wednesday morning. So it looks like there's a little bit of back and forth going on in college sports right now. Give me the details.
It's really kind of silly in a way. First of all, there's no question in my mind that next year we'll have a 16-team football playoff. This year it's 12. It's already in place. But the teams and conferences are all lobbying for 16 teams. And now the two biggest ones, the Southeastern Conference and the Big Ten, are arguing among themselves as to how many teams they should get in there. Well, you know what that means. Of course, it means more money, and that's what they want. They're already the two wealthiest conferences in world history, and here they are arguing about who's going to get more. It is the silliest thing, and it's probably going to go on for quite a while. Mike, you can talk about all the ramifications. It'd take us a week to cover it all, but whatever it is, they better get it settled because college football is scrambling right now. Now, it wouldn't appear to be on the surface with all the good teams and all the playoffs and the bowl games, etc. But with the money that's being paid and the nil and all of this thing, we're in a jumble right now and nothing is settled, and it's going to end up, and this is my prediction, it's going to end up with fans not going. And when the fans don't go, when you fractured your audience, say so long to your sports.
Yeah, and all the money, which is pretty much what this is all about. So, as they say, the root of all evil. So I think we established yesterday that Ned really likes one of these tennis players.
I do. There's no question the guy is the GOAT. If there is such a thing, there have been great tennis players through world history. My goodness, it goes on since the game was established. But I'll tell you, Novak Djokovic is certainly among the top players. You had Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal. These are the current products, but it goes all the way back to Bill Tilden and people of this caliber. Anyway, Djokovic, who is still playing in the French Open, he had his first match yesterday against an American, Mackenzie McDonald. And Djokovic beat him in straight sets. Djokovic is 38 years old, and he still is able to get around. He's had knee injuries. He's had ankle problems. The guy is just incredible the way he comes back. And on the clay courts in Paris, where he has won 3 times, he probably has a little bit easier. It's easier on your knees, but they do some sliding on those courts. It's pretty tough. And then there was another rather interesting. Coco Gauff also won for the United States, as did Jessica Pegula. But the most interesting story is Victoria Azarenka. Miss Azarenka, now 35 years old, is a former Springfield Laser. She played for the Lasers here back about 20 years ago and was a very good player as a teenager. Bit on the temperamental side, but a pretty good player nonetheless. Anyway, at age 35, she became the oldest female since the game was opened up to pros to win an opening match in the main draw. And she did so yesterday in straight sets. More power to her. That's Vicky Azarenka.
And even though school has ended for some are still having to play some baseball because their team is trying to make the championship. What about the local guys?
Going to the quarterfinals, that's what they're vying for, and Fairgrove will be one of them. Fairgrove went to Licking up in Texas County and beat Licking 4-3. And that's a big win because Licking is a former state champion. And then Logan Rogersville playing Seneca down in Seneca on the Missouri-Oklahoma border. Logan Rogersville wins 6-1, so those two teams, Fairgrove and Logan Rogersville, go to their respective quarterfinals, and the winners of those games will be in, north of Ozark, between Ozark and Springfield, at Ozark Mountain Stadium next week for the state championships.
Let's talk St. Louis Cardinals baseball. How they doing in Baltimore?
It's a 3-game series that concludes tonight, and the Cardinals and Baltimore Orioles are now tied in the series 1-1. Baltimore won on Monday. The Cardinals won last night 7-4. The Baltimore team, the bottom has fallen out of that team. They're now 19 wins and 35 losses on the year, and this is a team that was a playoff ball club last year. What's the difference? Well, it just hasn't come to cohesion in any sort. Their hitting game is down a little bit. They're not a bad ball club, but their pitching hasn't come together. Defensively, they're not playing well. All aspects of the game aren't really clicking. The Cardinals win 7-4. Nolan Arenado broke a 4-4 tie in the 8th inning with a home run, a long bomb at Oriole Park at Camden Yard. Then Jordan Walker had an RBI triple, and the Cardinals were able to put it in gear to a 7-4 win. They'll play again tonight in Baltimore.
And Royals didn't have that much better time at home yesterday either.
They certainly did not, and they were facing an old teammate, Brady Singer, who was with the Royals forever and was traded over the winter to Cincinnati for Jonathan India, the Royals' second baseman. Brady Singer faced his old teammates yesterday, or actually last night, and he gave up 2 runs, 7 hits, in 7 innings. He shut down Kansas City. And the Reds, who are a very good offensive baseball team, their pitching's a little suspect, but they can hit the ball. They won it 7-2. Ellie De La Cruz, who's an all-star shortstop, 2 for 4 with a couple of RBIs. T.J. Friddle, the center fielder, had 3 hits. And a big win for the Cincinnati Reds, who are hovering right around the 500 mark, 7-2 over Kansas City. Springfield Cardinals rained out last night. They'll try again tonight.
And last but not least, the NBA playoffs and NHL playoffs getting close to their finals.
They are indeed. As a matter of fact, the Indiana Pacers can close out the New York Knicks at Madison Square Garden tomorrow night when they play. Pacers won last night 130-121. Tyrese Halliburton, All-America at Iowa State when he played college basketball. This guy is something else. He had a triple-double last night, 32 points, 15 rebounds, 12 assists, and that's pretty doggone good. And Halliburton led his team to that victory. So 130-121, the Pacers lead the series now 3-1, and the Edmonton Oilers in the Stanley Cup lead the Dallas Stars by 3-1. It was Edmonton 4, Dallas 1 last night. So those two teams, Edmonton and Indiana, on the verge of clinching a berth in their respective championship rounds.
It's going to be crazy to see that end up in hockey, but even crazier in basketball. We see East Coast, West Coast finals all the time. We rarely see Midwest finals. Ned, have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.